You're watching Big Cheese TV. I'm here with Dan and Ali from Architects at Sheffield Corporation. So, how has the tour been so far?
It's been great.
Nearly
done with it now. Just got here, Wolverhampton, Stoke left. But no, it's been really good so far. Nice to go back to a few places that we haven't been to in a while.
What's been the best venue you've played, would you say?
Maybe Concord was quite good. That's creepy.
What, best show or best venue? Best venue, best show?
Best venue,
Best
yeah.
venue. I liked yesterday in Edinburgh, Liquid Rooms.
That was nice.
That's a good venue.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, it was a good venue. Worst venue?
Ooh.
Aberdeen.
Yeah, that was a shithole.
Why was that horrendous?
It was kind of more of like an art centre than a rock venue.
Mosh centre.
And Sam wasn't allowed to insinuate kids. Insinuate? That's not it, is it? Incite.
Fucking idiot.
God, I feel stupid. He wasn't allowed to tell kids to do anything if he asked them to mosh or start a circle pit or anything like that. We would have been heavily told off.
Oh no.
So that gave it a bit of a shitty vibe.
So what have fans got to expect for your show tonight in Sheffield?
Just raw energy.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Is something brewing?
Not really, no.
Oh.
It's just it's just us doing sort of 15 songs.
15. They can expect 15 songs.
15 songs spanning.
Pyro Night, right?
Spanning 3 albums.
3 albums, yeah.
Yeah, got some new songs.
Yeah.
Or everyone's already heard them, but 2 off the new album.
So the new album that's released in May. How's that been for you? How's the writing and recording process been?
It's lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, really. It was good. It was when we were recording, we had a lovely little house together in Reading.
Okay.
We all lived together like a little happy family. Recording was as stressful as ever with all the other albums we've recorded, those albums. But I think we're all very pleased with the result.
Yeah.
Just yet.
Go on.
What?
So the singles that you've released off it, they sound heavier than your last album, Here and Now. Would you say maybe that was a natural progression, or was it like a conscious effort to appeal to maybe your older fans?
What do you reckon?
That us going back to being heavier is kind of a mixture of 2 things. First off, we actually have lyrical content that can actually suit heavy music. We have a reason to write heavy music because we have sort of a reason to be angry. And the other reason is that more than anything, when we started touring Here and Now, we just kind of realised that we missed playing heavier songs, and kind of I think the songs in the Here and Now lacked some of the energy that songs off Hollow Crown had, and that's kind of what we wanted to recapture on this one.
Yeah. So is there like a consistent vein throughout the new album that is like much heavier?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's still diversity on the album. There's still some softer songs and stuff. That's just kind of part of what we do. But the general mood of the album, the atmosphere of the album is consistent, and that was sort of a vision that we had from right at the start when we started writing. So we knew what we wanted to do very early on, whilst the Here and Now was kind of, I was caught between 2 minds, I suppose, of being 2 types of band, and it was, I suppose, a bit of an experimentation, and that was just what we felt like doing at the time. But a lot of people accused us of selling out or whatever.
Would you totally dispute that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that we would have been more popular if we had done a heavy album. And we took a massive risk and actually alienated quite a lot of our fans. And the funny thing is that now we've gone and done a heavy album, we're getting similar accusations. People saying you're selling out again because you've gone back to sort of what you were doing before. So I think it's just sort of people always assuming the worst, and we're not a band that makes any money. We've done 5 albums. We've been going for going on approaching 8 years, and we still don't make any money. And so I think to accuse us of doing anything for financial gain would be a little bit naive, because if I wanted financial gain, I'd pack this in and do another band entirely.
Yeah. So would you say that, obviously because the album is a lot heavier, would you say that it's like playing like in a heavier sound is something that just suits you more, it just comes naturally?
Yeah, I think writing it came together a lot easier than the Here and Now did.
I think the problem is that...
Am I in the wrong place?
I think the problem with the Here and Now is that like I said, we're caught between two minds. And on one hand we want to be a heavy band, and on the other hand we want to be like a sort of electro indie band that's like complete pop. And I'd love to do a band like that. But I was moving into that direction, not there was electro influences, but moving into like a popular direction. We couldn't actually move to where we want to be, because where we want to be would have to have a different name. But at the same time, we want to be a heavy band. So in reality, we need to be two bands.
Yeah.
And we couldn't mix the two. We couldn't add that element to our band and make it as good as we could be. Whilst if we commit to being what we are as a heavy band, then we're going to write a better record. So yeah, the Here and Now was kind of us being caught in two minds about what we want to do, because we do genuinely want to. We all want to do a poppier sort of band as well, because that's the music we listen to.
You could perform under a pseudonym.
Well, I'm sure we will end up. I don't know. I don't know what will happen. But we couldn't do it. Yeah, we definitely couldn't do anything with architects like that, because even if it would get butchered.
Yeah.
And you know, I understand that. I understand that people don't like it when their band changes too much. So we understood why people were upset when we released the last record. Death threats was going too far, wasn't it? A bit harsh.
Death threats?
Yeah, it was
Wow.
a threat against your life, wasn't it?
There's a threat against Sam's life.
On YouTube. No, you know, the internet's a very volatile place, and
I bet that was horrendous. Death
Yeah.
threats, that's horrible.
well,
Yeah, you can laugh it off though, because it's just, it's just like some 14-year-old kid.
yeah, you get there's a lot of angry kids on the internet now. It's a weird, like, strange social experiment that's never existed before, because people have never had this ability to express an opinion anonymously, and it really seems to bring out an ugly side of a lot of people. So that was something that was pretty crap on the last album that we had to deal with. But they're probably all love the new one, so don't have to worry about that anymore, do we? Nah, it's Bud. Oh yeah.
Hey. No, that's good. So, moving on to a little bit of a lighter note, what are your plans for this summer? Any festival appearances?
Got Slam Dunk,
Okay, cool.
which we're very much looking forward to. Then we got a couple in Europe, but
Oh, nice.
on the festival front, it's quiet, a little bit bleak.
No, it's quite. We did a massive run last year. We did a full month in Europe doing festivals, and then we did obviously like Sonosphere, Reading and Leeds, heavy festival. So we were pretty full on last year, and we'll be giving this year a little bit of time off, and then doing a full run of festivals next year. If there's any left.
What's your take on the cancellation of Sonosphere?
It's really sad, and it's a massive shame, and I think that the people that book it are the good people, some of the good people in the music industry. I think that it's run by genuine music fans that genuinely want to help bands, and you know, the people that run Kilimanjaro who book that festival are music fans, which is not the same with some others that I won't name. I think some of the others are more just run by suits that want to make money. And in that respect, it is a massive shame. And we played it last year, and it was a really good festival. And, you know, we had a great time. It was the second time we played it, and it's been really good. And it kind of looked like it was really on the up, and it might even start doing better than Sonosphere. It's good for us because it's closer, isn't it? But I can totally understand why it didn't sell well. I think that they booked poor headliners, not in quality, because, you know, I don't like Kiss, but I understand that they are legends in their own right, and they are a popular band, you know. And obviously Queen, phenomenal with Freddie Mercury, not some guy off
American
Idol. and again, and Faith No More, phenomenal, you know, influential band. But you know, the people at Sonosphere are mostly 18 to 25-year-olds who were 10 or younger. You know, were 10 when Faith No More were big. Were just being born when Queen were big, or you know what I mean? It was just the wrong lineup, and it was just appealing to the wrong people. And it's not a classic rock festival; it's a metal festival, and they got it so right last year because they had Metallica, Slipknot, Biffy Clyro headlining, so they had a contemporary metal band, a classic metal band, and then like a popular rock band that is, you know, currently very relevant and popular in this country. And so it was a good cross-section of alternative music, and this year it was I don't know why they did book those bands. It just seems crazy to me.
So if you could create your own festival, who'd be the 3 headliners?
Coldplay, Muse and Radiohead.
Okay, cool. Are they bands that like particularly have a big influence?
I just think that those 3 they're like the big 3 for me, and for English bands. They're such huge and influential UK bands these days. I mean, we all love Coldplay, and we all love Muse and Radiohead. They're all phenomenal bands, and it's just good. They're 3 of the biggest bands in the world, and they're all English, and I think those 3 bands sort of carry on the tradition of good English music or British music, because, you know, all through the last 50, 60 years, you know, since popular music has existed, it's always, the biggest bands have pretty much always been English. You know, when you go back to the Beatles and Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and Queen, they're all English. So I think that those 3 are sort of carrying on that tradition.